crafty friends. So this might seem a little bit odd to you, and it looks like, or to you, it probably looks like I'm talking really, really fast. But the voiceover is not going to be nearly as fast. I decided to make the video a little bit, to make it double speed, because I figure I'm probably not going to have as much random chat as I normally do. So welcome to Knitcast number 30. Today I'm going to tell you a little bit about my whips. I'm actually in the video getting ready to pull out my my temperature shawl. So yeah, this is a little different than usual, but this is what happens when we accidentally record without any audio. So here's my temperature shawl. I have worked up through about the 19th of March, which is what I'm explaining here. So these black rows are the spacers between the months. So you can see I haven't gotten past March yet. I only have January and February, but I have had some progress on that since I chatted with you last. So I definitely wanted to show that to you. Here I think I'm talking about, this is going to be interesting because I'm going to try to remember what it was that I was talking about. So I have decided with this particular shawl that I think I'm going to turn it into sort of a caftan or a wrap, or a poncho, because I think I'm going to actually take the straight side and sort of wrap it around and actually connect it so that it'll have sleeves and I won't have to worry about it falling off my shoulders and things like that. So that's kind of what I'm planning on doing with this, because it's massive at this point and I haven't even finished March yet. So and let's see, I think I also was trying to tell you about what kind of yarn it is. The pattern is from Karen Cakes or a Bernat yarn. I can't remember exactly, but it was one of those free patterns that comes on the label. So it's just a basic free pattern that comes with one of the brands of yarn, and this particular brand of yarn that I'm using for the temperature shawl is Loops and Threads, and it's Irresistible. I actually looked it up for the video and now I can't remember what it is. It's a worsted weight yarn. It's called medium weight on the label, but it's pretty much a worsted weight type of yarn. And I'm using 6 or 7 different colors, which again I named, but I think it's less important at this point. This is going to be a fun video, y'all. I don't remember what all I talked about, which is why I didn't refilm the entire video, because I was like, okay. So this is the little notebook that I use to to record my temperatures. My temperature shawl is based on the high temperature for each day in my area. I tend to be a homebody, so those are generally going to be in Hopewell, Virginia, but sometimes if I'm out of town, I'll get temperatures from elsewhere. But the fun thing is that this inexpensive little notebook from Michaels that has grid patterns instead of lines, I just this last week or two decided to put stickers on the front of it, which I never do. I love stickers and I have tons of stickers, but I'm always afraid to stick them on things because they're permanent. So yeah, I finally went and stuck some stickers on there. They're really great. I love them. And there I'm showing you, that's my 2018 temperature scales for the corner to corner crochet piece that I was going to work on. And so here are the stickers. So the llama and the little, okay, those first ones that I'm pointing too fast. So those first ones are from, okay, it's going too fast. It's going too fast. Oh no. Okay. I'm sorry, y'all. I really am. That one is from the place where I got my stepkids' dragon, their Ace dragon, which was really cool. Most of those stickers are from Zenspire Designs. That one next to the little bird is ink circles, and the bird itself is from Teal Teacup. And then the shiny one in the top corner, that is actually from the latest Kate. So most of those are from folks that I follow on Patreon, and I love those stickers. I'm excited because I still have a ton of stickers, and I have the entire back of that notebook still to decorate, which is I think what I'm explaining to you in the video right at this point. Yeah, so there we go. This is almost like a really strange whip and chat, right? Okay, so this is SlowCAD. This is what I have spent most of my knitting time on in the last couple of weeks. Y'all are familiar with SlowCAD at this point. It is actually almost up to my armpit when I am standing up, so this thing is most likely going to be at least 6 feet long. I'm 5'7". I think it's going to be taller than I am, longer than I am tall by the time I'm finished. I'm on I'm getting ready to start section 19. And I believe that I was in that mint green section that you're seeing that I just took off screen when we last talked. So yeah, so this is what I'm showing you. So I think I was somewhere in that mint green section. What am I even talking about? Let's see. Okay, I'm showing you section 18. I love this stitch. This is that was using a knit one below stitch, which is a really fun stitch. It gives a great texture. So yeah, I was in that mint green section. Then we had the teal section, and both the teal section and this pinky red at the top are some of my favorite textures and colors from the entire skein. So that's color 19. That's what I'm getting ready to knit in, and that is a color called Hot Cocoa. So these are all Ruby and Rose's yarns from the 2020 Advent that she did last year. I'm super excited about her 2021 Advent. I've already purchased mine because, oh my gosh, these yarns are fantastic. I cannot wait to see what she does this year. Okay, now I'm talking about the textures. I can't remember the order I talked about things in, folks, so okay, just bear with me. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be great. So yeah, this shawl is super long. I'm excited to see just how long it's going to be. I wonder if we should take bets as to how long it will end up being, because I do have 6 sections left and a fair bit of yarn left to put in that thing. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. So I'll give more details next time I talk about it because I've run out of time. So now I'm going to talk about plans. So I have some fantastic yarn that you're going to see here in a second for way too long. What am I talking about? Oh, I'm talking about the fact that I can't decide. That's what I'm talking about right now. Because I want to start something new and I can't figure out what I want to start. So this is the fantastic yarn. I got this from Ireland. So this is something I purchased at a store in Ireland. It's from a tiny little shop called Cashin Woolens, which is in Castletown, which is a tiny town at the in County Tipperary, and the little woolen shop is in the middle of the town, and in the middle of the town is the Rock of Cashel, and the Rock of Cashel is the ruins of a really old church in the middle of Tipperary, and it's a gorgeous place to visit. I've been there twice. I got to visit in 2016 when my friend Susan and I went to visit Rachel for her wedding, and I also went in 2019 with Essential Spouse, so with my husband Adam, and we had a great time in Ireland, and I loved that. I loved the Rock of Cashel so much that I had to go twice. And like I said, I was desperate to get some actual yarn, and it was so hard to find yarn in Ireland. I'm not sure. It's mostly because they sell already made products. So you can get shawls and you can get sweaters and you can get all kinds of woolen garments, but finding yarn was the most difficult thing. So when I found this little shop and they had actual yarn that I could purchase, I was so excited. And this color is gorgeous. It's this deep, rich purple, and it's a chunky sort of rustic. It's somewhere between a DK weight and a worsted or a sport maybe. So it's a heavier yarn. I don't have as much yardage as I would like, and I thought I was going to make the powder wrap from Casapinka out of this, except that it turned out that once I calculated this yardage, I only have about half as much as I need for that pattern. So won't be making the powder wrap with that. So I'm still trying to find the perfect pattern for this because I want to do something really special. This yarn is really, really sentimental to me because it is a little piece of Ireland that I brought home, and Ireland is about my favorite place on earth, and this holds a lot of happy memories with Susan and with Adam and with Rachel as well. So I want to make something really, really awesome with that. And I just have to find the right pattern. I thought I might find the right pattern in the Outlander knitting book that I had gotten, but nothing really quite spoke to me for that yarn. So we'll see. And this is me very long-windedly explaining to you exactly what I've just said. Yeah, so I really want to do something special with that yarn because it is a very special purchase that I made, thing that I brought home from Ireland with my own two hands, and I just it needs a rustic sort of pattern, but I've been really hard pressed to find something that's rustic but also delicate but also has meaning and something that I would wear. And that particular yarn is actually not as soft as a lot of other yarns that I have because it is sort of rustic and slubby. So it needs to be something that doesn't need to be too close to my skin because it might be scratchy and uncomfortable if I wear it too close to my skin. So I'm continuing to talk and I have no idea what it is that I'm talking about at this point in the video. Oh, I'm talking about designers that I love. Casapinka is my favorite designer at the moment, but I want to explore more designers. I'm following several on Instagram and just sort of waiting for that pop of inspiration to purchase one of their patterns. One of the other designers I really love is Erin Curup of Remade by Hand, and I do have several of her patterns that I want to make as well. But I'm really interested in finding new patterns. Oh, there's a cat! There's a cat. I didn't realize he was in the video. And also I'm really interested in finding patterns for garments that are for larger people, especially for larger people that are shaped more like I am, because I am not as top heavy as a lot of women my size. My bust is actually proportionally much smaller than the rest of me, and most things are designed for a large woman who has a larger bust in proportion to the rest of her frame. So it's difficult for me to find patterns that make garments that actually look like I would like them to look on me, because I don't have examples of the garments fitting on people who look like me. I have found charts and patterns for different garments that are for larger women, and that's fantastic. But a garment doesn't look the same on me when I don't have the same bust size as some of the models that I've seen. So that's a point of frustration, something I'm working on, something I'm trying to find. I'm trying to find more patterns that are hopefully modeled by all kinds of shapes and sizes of women, so that I can find stuff and see how it looks on somebody who has a frame similar to mine, so that before I put all the work into making the thing, I can actually know that it's going to work for me. I just purchased pre-ordered a new book from Lady Dye Yarns, Candid and Colorful, which is going to have designers, like 16 different BIPOC designers. I'm hoping, I have a lot of high hopes that there's going to be some really awesome stuff in there for a diverse range of body types and styles. So I can't wait. That's going to come out in September. So I'm hoping that that'll give me some of what I'm looking for. In the meantime, I will continue checking out other designers. I just found from either a Hanes house or from, oops, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'll get back to that. This is Lady Dye Yarns. This is one of the clubs, the last two clubs that I purchased. This is the yarn from the Gilmore Girls Club. And this yarn is called Morticia. It's a DK cashmere merino mix. It's really soft and fluffy. And there's lots of other awesome stuff that I'm going to show you. Here we go. So I really love the organza bags that these come in. They don't come in boxes so much as they do these organza bags, which are fabulous. So here's some stickers, and I can't read them on my screen, but I was going to read them to you. I spent time reading them to you. So there's the Old Muddy River Bridge Knit-a-thon sticker, which I love, and that was a big deal in Gilmore Girls if you watch that. And I would love for somebody to do like a knitting retreat that centers around that theme, because I think that would be super fun to sort of pretend like you were doing the Old Muddy River Bridge knit-a-thon. So that is this single serve coffee that came with this kit, or with this club, and this is one of those pour over bags, which I've never tried before, so I'm really excited about that. That looks delicious. It's fantastic. And now we have some knitting markers, stitch markers from A Needle Runs Through It. I love these. I'm really familiar with them from the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. So having some knitting stitch markers from them is really, really fun too. There's also a project bag. And I'll try to put all the information in the description, because I did mention it in the video the first time around, but I don't have time to mention it all now because I have put the video in double speed. So, but I really love this design. It's got that really great sort of geometrical thing going on in the steam from the coffee, and it's really, really cute. The other kit or other club that I got is the Women of Black Panther, and I've been waiting for this. I was so excited for this. I love the green organza bag. This one came with 3 skeins of fingering weight yarn, and they are designed after 3 of the characters in the Black Panther. So that one is Nakia, who is the paramour of T'Challa in the show, or maybe like childhood girlfriend. That's Okoye. She is the general of the Wakandan army. She is fantastic, one of the strongest women. I love her. And this is Shuri, who is T'Challa's sister, and she is awesome. And all these 3 colors are fantastic. That green is just so vibrant on camera. It's gorgeous. I'm not sure what I'm going to do, but I might mix those in with the Marvel Infinity War treasure trove skeins that I got from Forbidden Fiber. I think those would go really well with those. But I'm very excited about those colorways. They are fantastic and gorgeous. The yarn is really nice. And then this came with some mint tea, which is loose leaf, and I really enjoy loose leaf tea. So I love the fact that they're sending loose leaf teas, because I don't often get a chance to enjoy those at home. And I love mint tea too. It's my favorite kind of tea. So I was looking for more information about the mint tea, but it's basically just mint tea. Those are the stitch markers that came with this club. And there's a tiny throne and sort of a little magic ball, as well as some rings that are made out of either shell or possibly resin. So that's what I am showing you there. The camera does not focus on things close up. It's kind of like my own eyes. I can't focus on close things. And here's the project bag that came with this, Wakanda Forever. In addition to the 3 characters who have yarn modeled after them, T'Challa's mother is also on the bag. Is also featured, and at some point I think I'm going to ice dye these project bags. I have 4 of them now, and because they're just plain canvas bags, I think it would be fun to dye those and make them pretty colors. So that's something that I plan to do in the future. I have no idea what I'm talking about now. Let me talk more about the colorful and candid. I think that's what I was talking about. Oh no, I was talking about the there's a pattern from either a Haynes House or from Neighborhood Fiber Co. That came out in their lookbook, their spring lookbook that they just posted recently. And it is a fabulous, large sort of poncho cowl thing, but it's designed in such a way that it can fit all kinds of body types, especially women of size, which I appreciate. And it can be worn as sort of a drapey big cowl, or it can be worn as sort of a cape kind of situation. I'm really excited about that. I'll have to look into it and see how much yarn I need for it. The yarn I'm getting ready to show you is the last of my my supporting local dyers and BIPOC dyers. I shouldn't say the last of my supporting BIPOC dyers, but the big sweep of support and investment that I did with the stimulus check. So this was the last of the dyers locally that I got a chance to try. This is Urban Girl Yarns, and unfortunately the tag is not real visible there, but it's Urban URBAN Girl GIRL Yarns, Urban Girl Yarns, and this is one of the colors from their Bridgerton colorway series. This one is called Grand Dame, and it is so gorgeous, so gorgeous. I got it in a fingering. It's a 90-10 merino nylon mix, which I like to get the merino with a little bit of nylon, just because it's a little stretchier than your standard merino, which means that you can make garments that need a little bit more movement and things like that. And this color is just, oh, it's so gorgeous. It's like an evening sunset, It's like it's like almost like a desert sunset, because it's got those pinks and the reds, and that dark just midnight purple. I love it. It's fantastic. I have no idea what I'm going to make with it, but I did get 2 skeins just to make sure that I had plenty to do whatever I might want to do with it. So I'm really excited about that. And that is going to be just about it. As soon as I finish talking about this, the video is going to be over. So thank you all so much for bearing with me, for watching this video. I know it's been a little weird, but I hope you enjoyed it. I will see you Friday for FlossTube. And in the meantime, make sure to remember to stay hydrated, take your meds, and remember that you are good enough. I love you all. I'll see you next time.